We're getting ready to leave the so-called Alligator Alcatraz immigration detention camp because they're not letting us in. We have the statutory right as lawmakers to exercise oversight, not only over our state prisons, but also over detention facilities. It's very clear in the law, but they have something to hide and they don't want to let us in. And so, unfortunately, our questions remain unanswered. What are the conditions within this facility? Are people's due process rights being respected? What is the hurricane evacuation plan, considering that there's been flooding already happening before this facility even opens? And also, are they going to be bringing pregnant women and children into this facility, even though the administration has said this is for the worst of the worst? The Miami Herald is now reporting that guidelines were issued internally for planning purposes to prepare to receive pregnant women and children. We will not be silent. This is totally un-American. It is cruel. And this is just another Republican grift opportunity, given that $450 million of taxpayer money is being spent here and no bid contracts are being awarded to Republican donors with no oversight, with no answers, no accountability, no transparency. We cannot stay silent.
My cousin just called me and she was like, oh, Nay, they need medical staff at Alligator Alcatraz. And I'm like, bitch, I'm not working at no motherfucking concentration camp. Y'all be willing to sell y'all soul for a couple dollars. And I just got morals. And the thing is, I don't like how they treat them fucking people. No, I'm not going out there to work. What kind of shit is that? And then y'all be risking y'all lives for $25 an hour. Y'all finna go out there with pythons, alligators, mosquitoes, malaria, and all kind of other shit for that little bit of ass money. What the fuck is $25 an hour? When money be involved, people do anything. And honestly, to me, I don't care how much money you get. When you don't got no morals and the way you getting it, you always gonna be poor to me. And morally bankrupt people always gonna be poor to me in my eyes, because all you care about is money. You don't even care how you getting it. No, I'm not fucking going out there to work at a fucking concentration camp and they treating people like fucking shit. Y'all crazy.
We're getting a first look at what the bunking areas look like here at Alligator Alcatraz. This is one of the rooms or tents that are gonna have 1,000 bunks. Each area is sectioned off in 32 bunks. Men and women will be separated. They do expect to have men and women over the age of 18, but mostly men here detained in this facility.
Some of the things that stood out to us, this is going to house 3,000 detainees. When we came in, barbed wire on every single fence, 28,000 feet of it actually, 400 security personnel, 200 security cameras around here, and 1,000 staff to run this facility. It's going to be paid for by the federal government, fully reimbursed through FEMA. This space is going to be used to fly people out directly for deportation. So it's going to house, process legal cases, and then fly people out.
Let's talk about this Alligator Alcatraz for a minute. It's unbelievable. So it didn't take long to go from immigrants are eating animals to now animals are going to be eating immigrants. If you're a Christian and you voted for this bullshit, don't ever come on my videos talking about love. The love of God, how you love people. None of that. I don't want to hear it. If you voted for this administration to do what they're doing now, you have nothing to stand on when it comes to love. You have no idea what loving someone means. You can go somewhere else with that bullshit. Actually, for the first time in my life, I'm ashamed to be an American. Happy fucking 4th.
I'm gonna show you guys the BS I literally woke up to. Please read this. Please. They are making Alligator Alcatraz shirts, merch at that. I was like, no way this is real. So I Google it. Y'all tell me why this is literally real. Like, this is a real thing on Amazon. But they're convinced it's not a cult, guys. Let's not call it a cult, because that's definitely not what a cult is. They're on Etsy now. Like, this is so disgusting. And I'm just like, yo, white people really be bugging. Like, I cannot get behind that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I can't. I really try to convince myself that this is a joke. But the fact that they were dressing up as, like, fake ICE members kidnapping people, that's actually, like, insane to me. And the hatred that this country has is disgusting. And the wives are now wearing dog collars, calling it submissive, and that they're not allowed to talk. You lost me. You've been lost me, actually. But now you really, really fucking lost.
Anybody else feel like we got gaslit into peaceful protesting, and since our No Kings protest, things have gotten increasingly worse? Not only did we not receive anything that protest was requesting, we see no change. ICE became more aggressive. Alligator Alcatraz, a literal concentration camp, has opened. Bodies that are shackled, Hispanic bodies that are shackled, are washing up on beaches. And we just passed a bill that's going to affect millions of people. Millions of people are not going to be able to feed their families. Millions of people are going to lose their Medicaid. Hospitals are going to close. People are going to die. Our veterans and our children are going to be affected. I haven't gotten on this app to express myself because I honestly don't have the words for the amount of anger that I feel on a daily basis. Democrats had the opportunity to use their voices and vote for impeachment, and they chose not to. They chose not to vote for it. Alligator Alcatraz in Florida is absolutely disgusting. And I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed this, but when they were doing the tour of this concentration camp, there's nowhere to make food. There are no kitchens. They're not planning to let people live. And for these bodies that are washing up on beaches, I don't know another country that's putting people in shackles, putting them on planes, and quote unquote trying to send them back to their countries. Do you? So where are they coming from? If it's not from the United States, where are they coming from? People are rejoicing for the fact that we are going to imprison immigrants for no other reason than they were trying to live their lives. People are rejoicing in a bill that's going to take benefits away from people across the United States. And so I don't have words for it. And so I don't talk about it. And I don't post about it. And I barely get on TikTok because I am not in the mental place to be able to even process this. Because I don't understand how we got here. And I didn't understand that there were so many evil people here. I thought that 99.9% of the people that I ran into were decent human beings. And I was naive. And that's disheartening.
Just in case you don't know what's going on, a girl on TikTok came on here and said that one of her neighbors received a government contract asking them to install a bunch of incinerators at Alligator Alcatraz. They're installing incinerators at Alligator Alcatraz. Alligator Alcatraz is on indigenous land. It's like protected land. 2, there are migrants. There's people being washed ashore with shackles on. People are finding people on beaches wearing shackles. This is the level that we're at. There's another girl on TikTok who is tracking flights, government flights, or like leaving detention centers, and they are just going out into the ocean and then turning around. Just going out and turning around. The flights are not making it to their destinations. 2 + 2 does not equal 4. You understand what's going on right now. There's another guy on TikTok who said that he got pulled over by the cops. He's an American citizen. He just happened to have a Spanish last name. And they went and they looked through his information. They were like, we can't find you in any system. He's like, huh? He had like several IDs because he lived in a couple of different states. He was like, well, I have this ID. I have that motorcycle ID. I have this. And then the cops were like, oh, you can thank your friends at ISIS. So they're taking people, American citizens. He's white, by the way. He just had a Spanish last name. They're taking people who have American nationals who have Spanish last names, removing them from databases so that when they get pulled over by cops and people like that, they go, oh, you're not in the system. You're an illegal immigrant. You're an illegal alien. So they can detain them. Do you understand what's going on right now?
Is anyone else having trouble processing how insane, but also normal everything is? Like, this is what my feed looks like. The President of America just opened a new facility called Alligator Alcatraz.
Coming down to Panera, try a new lemonade smoothie for a taste of summer.
The new budget bill that passed will kick the most vulnerable Americans, millions of people, off of their health insurance. Try Lumi's full body deodorant. It'll keep you fresh everywhere. Everywhere? Everywhere. Like, what? They're masked men kidnapping people off of the streets of Los Angeles, but also I have froyo? Like, what?
Everybody talking about Alligator Alcatraz, and what's killing me is that y'all don't know that they're paying the security officers, not the police, the security officers, like the security guards, $3,000 a week if you're Florida State certified with your guard card. $3,000 fucking dollars a week. That's $156,000 a year. And if you're not Florida State certified, but you have like your guard card from like Georgia or Texas or wherever you from, they're paying you $2,100 a week with housing and meals provided on base. $3,000 and $2,100 a week. How do I know? Because I applied before I, like, you get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna kick it in front. I'm 23 years old. $3,000 a week sounds very, very good. But then it's like, I already knew it was gonna be some extra shit. I didn't even see all the news stories and stuff when I had applied, but I knew it was gonna be some extra shit because it's like $3,000 a week and all I need is a $500 guard card and have to be at least 18 years of age and willing to stay on base for 6 weeks and then go home for two weeks. So you do 6 weeks there, you go home for 2 weeks, and then you go back and you're making $3,000 a week with housing and meals provided. That's insane.
And you know what's even crazier? There's so many people from this video that this comment is from trying to tell me that I'm wrong about Alligator Alcatraz and how, oh, it's not a concentration camp. Those beds are comfy. You go sleep on them. Have your kids sleep on him. You okay with that? Of course not. Well, they shouldn't have come here illegally. That's criminal. A criminal's running our country. Whoa. Are we gonna forget that? Is his wife not an immigrant? Wait a second. The point of this is it goes past immigration, it goes past people coming here illegally, and it crosses into what are you willing to admit? Are you willing to admit that there is a clear double standard here? Are you willing to admit that you would not be okay with your family members, your kids, your mothers, your fathers being shipped off into a small little area surrounded by dangerous creatures such as huge alligators and poisonous snakes that they are literally planting there in hopes that if one person tried to escape, they would be brutally unalived, and Trump laughed at that. Are we going to admit that? Are we going to admit that the presidents that run this country from the very beginning have... Bruh, I don't even know why I'm saying this, because there's like no point. The people that want to think what they're going to think, they're going to think what they want to think. But like, the people that run this country, they're all criminals. They're all criminals that have, honestly, most likely 98% have probably committed much larger crimes than the people that they're trying to put in these detention facilities. I just don't understand how y'all can sit in history class. You can sit on this app and you can see these videos about back in the Jim Crow era where they used to take, in slavery times, they used to take black babies and feed them to alligators. Let me just pull up a picture just so that you can, you know, actually feel something, see if you have a heart somewhere in that hollow chest of yours. But you can see this and be like, oh my gosh, that's so wrong. Like, this is so bad. How could that have ever happened? Go in their bio, you see a Bible verse, or you go in their bio and see some fluffy inspirational quote to make them feel better about themselves. But then you turn around and you're okay with Florida weaponizing alligators yet again to unalive people that they don't like. Are you seeing the disconnect? Are you getting it? Are you clocking it? Like Justin Bieber said, are you clocking it? Oh, it's just, it really just bothers me as a Christian myself. I clearly see, I've been given eyes to see by Jesus. Thank you, Lord. I've been given eyes to see that this is all just a ploy to get us to keep hating each other. Republican versus liberal, white versus black, white versus Hispanic, man versus woman. It's all a distraction. It's all division, and we keep on playing into it. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. People are going to keep hating each other till the day we take our last breath. But please, I implore you, I beg of you to take the rose-colored glasses off your eyes and see that life for other people is so much worse. It's so much harder. Just because you were blessed enough to be born in a place where you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight to get out of some atrocity in another country. Doesn't make you better. It doesn't make you more deserving, because newsflash, none of us are worthy of God's grace. Please open your eyes to see that these detention centers aren't just going to be them sleeping and waiting to be deported. No, horrible things are going to go on. I think that we've learned by now that in detention centers where people are made to be lower than dogs and humans are placed over them in ways of authority to where those people cannot fight back, bad things happen. I'm talking about traffic. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about R-wording. Okay? I'm talking about unaliving. There are going to be horrible, horrible things going on in that center. And I just want you to ask yourself, if it was your loved one, would you be okay with it? And if you really lie to yourself and say, well, yeah, if they were illegal, you're too far gone. And I'm going to block you because I'm disgusted. Thank you.
Hi, State Representative Nixon here outside of Alligator Alcatraz, and we are being denied access because they are saying that the facility is now operational and they're concerned about safety. And so that's more reason for us to be here and wanting to gain access to ensure that the detainees are being treated humanely and that it's safe for them to be there. And so we're sitting here, we've been here for about 20 minutes now trying to gain access to ensure that these folks are treated. So we've been here, it's actually been an hour, denied access for an hour, and we've been trying to ensure that these detainees have been treated safely, humanely, with dignity and with respect. We want to make sure that there is no flooding. We want to make sure that there's nothing breaking down, and they won't let us go in. And so we're trying to figure out, they keep giving us a runaround, and they can't. They're not supposed to be denying us access because it is against the law. We are allowed to come here unannounced, and so we're simply just trying to talk to General Counsel, and they're giving us a runaround, connecting us to people who aren't even General Counsel.
I have a fair warning for any corporation or company who thinks they're going to serve Alligator Auschwitz and get away with it. So let's go ahead and talk about a few of them that need to be on the list. So the first one is Miss Sista. They decided to serve food on the opening day. And good old Kona Ice? Oh, Kona, you're in for a load of trouble. Elote lovers, they got something coming. Because if they think they're going to get away with this, especially elote, what a slap in the face. And the last one is churromania. Yeah, churros being sold where they're going to detain Hispanic people. Let's go give them a piece of our mind on their reviews. And if you haven't already joined the People's Sick Day, I would say now's the time for you to get on board. Because if you haven't noticed, they are going to pass this bill and they don't give a damn about us. So it's time for us to take our power back. It's long overdue. Join the People's Sick Day movement before it is too late.
You guys, no one should be going through this. We just dropped off my sister to go to work. And then she sees...
Se la llevan, dile que se la están llevando, que ya es. Se la están llevando, dile que se la llevan otra vez.
Hey, they're taking her again.
Ayúdala, por favor, hey.
Hey, will you please help her? That's my sister. That's my sister. They're taking her.
Ciudadana.
Help her, someone.
Ella es ciudadana.
She's a U.S. citizen.
She's ciudadana. She's my daughter.
Help her. Someone help her. Help her, someone.
Ayúdenla, por favor. Ella es ciudadana, por favor.
She's a U.S. citizen.
Ella es ciudadana, por favor.
She's a U.S. citizen. Someone help her. ¿Dónde está?
Ella es ciudadana.
Someone help her. ¿Dónde está?
No sé, mamá. Se la llevaron, creo. Pero ¿por qué no se vino las 10 para acá, Madre Santa? She's my, sorry, and she's my daughter. She's ciudadana. She's a U.S. citizen. She's my daughter. That's your daughter. I'm so sorry. That's fucked up, boss. Y para eso llamamos a la policía para que vinieran. No sé por qué no nada. That's fucked up, nigga. I'm sorry, mommy. God bless you. Déjame brillarme con los padres.
Look, I understand I'm probably not the best person to speak on this topic because I don't know how to beat around the bush, and I'm just honest. But it just blows my mind how so many people are like, oh my God, I just can't believe people are getting ripped away from their families. This is happening. People are getting deported. When he literally told y'all what his policy was. And it's like everybody is acting surprised doing the, when y'all knew what the fuck it was and y'all went out and voted for the man. And I'm not saying like this is what y'all get, but I'm kind of saying like, yo, like the Hispanic community put this man in office. Y'all were standing with him all the way. And now y'all don't like the way that it's moving. He never said anything about immigration reform. He never said that. He said deportation. He said, I'm trying to get their ass up out of here. When he said make America great again, he meant shipping their asses off wherever the fuck they came from. And I'm not even trying to be mean because I got so many immigrant friends. Their parents are immigrants, but like a lot of y'all voted for bro, and we had these conversations, and it's just so crazy now. Like I got a homie, and he probably gonna see this. He was all for Trump, and he got his wife here and got her papers, and now that her motherfucking family members is getting wrangled up like bulls, they want to speak out and say something like, nigga, what the fuck do you mean?
Well, guys, I will see y'all during the Holocaust Part 2, because that's where the U.S. is headed right now. It was fun living life with y'all. Yeah, but like on a serious note, something needs to change in this country, and that something needs to be the removal of Donald Trump, if you catch my drift. This man is a murderer. He's a murderer, and even though he's not doing it physically himself, he is still a murderer, because he is having the people that he's disappearing off the streets, he's throwing them into cargo planes, and as they're living and breathing, he is throwing them in the middle of the ocean as fish food, as if he's doing a favor to someone. Not to us, not to these people's families, maybe to the fish. They're welcome. Free fish food. And then these bodies, days later, weeks later, are washing up on shores of European countries while he goes and plays golf. And on top of that, he builds a concentration camp. Might as well just slap hard work makes you free at the tippity top of the entrance of this camp. It's not a detention center. It's a concentration camp is what it is. A concentration camp. And he said it himself. He hopes that the alligators eat these people that he's sending over there. And then there's a lady on Twitter talking about it's an amazing day for the alligators. Alligator lives matter. It's a great day for the alligators because they get 65 million meals. If we start today, as in if we start deporting people today. And she's made multiple of these posts. She's not ashamed, and there's people boasting about this Alligator Alcatraz on TikTok, talking about this is what I voted for. And they're buying this merch that Trump is and his administration are sending out. And they're buying it, and they're wearing it, and they're using it. Like, this is not making America great again. This is just cold-blooded murder. That's what it is. And I wouldn't put it past him to send people, to kick people out of the concentration camp that he's building and letting them fend for themselves in the Everglades with pythons and panthers and alligators and crocodiles and eagles and God knows what else. And letting them fend for themselves in there. And then when people come looking for them, their families are looking for them, they're going to be like, oh, well, so-and-so ran away. We told them not to run away because they were going to get killed, but they ran away. So now they're probably dead. But they didn't run away. You kicked them out. I would not put it past him or his agents to do that just to free up more room. I wouldn't put, like, they're literally just throwing this big middle finger F you to all the Mexicans and the Hispanics in this country. Just like, frick you and frick your family and frick your wife and frick your parents and frick the work that you've done, because I don't like you. I don't like the color of your skin, and I don't like that you speak a different language than me, and I hate that you speak English and Spanish and I don't. And I hate your culture, but I like your food and maybe some of your culture. So I want you out of my country, but instead of taking you back to your country, I'm going to kill you instead because I can. I have the power to, and I can, and I'm gonna. And he did. But I like Cinco de Mayo, and I like your food, so that can stay, but I want you out of my country. Cold-blooded murder. Without remorse. Zero remorse. And you cannot convince me otherwise that this man, Trump, this orange of a man, orange peel of a man, and Mr. Mustache are not the same, are not one and the same. He's literally Mustache Man reincarnate. Like, they're one and the same. And maybe he's not killing these people with his own two bare hands, but the blood of these people, they are on his hands. Their blood is on his hands. And it will forever be on his hands. Forever. Forever and ever and ever. And the fact that he's not remorseful about it, that's just what's disappointing. This is the man that we voted. Not we. Definitely not me. This is the man that you people voted into the presidential office. Into the Oval Office. That's the man that you voted for.